Hello, 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 and welcome to the Rag Company Q&A here at the Rag Company YouTube channel. We jumped in without an intro, so that was exciting, and I wasn't prepared for it. But you know what? We're here, we're ready, it's cool. Oh, yeah, you know what? Let's do something a little different today. Let's run that intro as we roll over to our guest detailer of the day, who happens to be...
Wow. Thank you, Dane, for that intro. That is crazy. That's the best intro I've ever had here. Holy smokes.
Big reveal.
I know, right? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But thank you for having me back. I'm super excited to be here.
No, absolutely, Carson. And today, I want to say, as far as you're concerned, we're doing a whole thing. I set this episode up, Sydney, Carson, both of you. I made this like a last-minute gift guide kind of thing, something for people who want to get that order in, who are like, oh, crap, I don't know what to do. There's still a little bit of time left. We haven't hit that cutoff yet, but we are getting close. If I remember correctly, it falls on the 16th. That's what I thought I saw from Nathan in the email there. So for those of you who get the emails from the Rag Company, be aware of that. And if you're not sure how to get those emails, you can go to the website. We'll take a look at that in a minute. But before we do that, okay, never mind. We got the website pulled up. So scroll to the very bottom of the page. We got the Khmer ho ho ho. And down the way, we've got that ticking clock. That lets you know when the actual cutoff happens. So that's how you'll know if you're going to make the cutoff or not. Now, of course, everything is just kind of a broad guideline. There's always exceptions. Somebody lives in a place, a delivery gets a little, things happen during the holiday season. It's a very busy time and people are working really hard. So just know everybody's doing their part. But if you get it in before this timeline, we're pretty sure it's going to make it there where it needs to go in time for you to deliver a Christmas present. And we think that's pretty awesome. So scrolling to the very bottom, if you check out on the Rag Company page here, you will see an area where you can actually enter your email, get in there, and throw that info up for people. The having FOMO, see that? That's how you find out when we're doing special sales, all that good business, things that you're going to want to know about. Just enter your email there. That's all you got to do. We're not going to spam you. We're not going to bug you. We're only going to send you the good stuff. So if that sounds nice to you and you're new here, check it out. Give it a shot. And I don't think you'll be disappointed. Now, moving back over here to Carson, who happens to be spraying out an engine bay, as it were, on the RAV4 over here. Carson, can you tell us a little bit about what you're planning on doing with this RAV4 today?
Absolutely. So I am taking care of pretty much a full detail on this guy. It is not terribly dirty, but it's kind of dirty. So it'd be like a perfect example for like a wash clay seal or something that's been very well maintained in its lifetime, but it just needs a good thorough wash. So today we're going to be using Armor Detail Supply Decon soap, agitating that, and then of course giving the wheels a good deep clean. Quickly hitting the engine bay, nothing too crazy. We're going to apply some Ghost for the tires to seal it in for the winter time. Same thing. We're going to use a little bit of ceramic spray sealant. We haven't really talked about this all a lot, so we'll show that off today. And then if we have some time, we're going to hit the trim with some Trim Plus, show you guys how to restore that, and then protect it, because some of the trim on this doesn't need to be corrected or anything like that. It just needs to be protected, but some of it will need to be corrected. And then if we have some time to it, there's a small little scrape mark at the bumper or the front bumper of the car. So we'll go ahead and hit that too. But if you have any questions, make sure to drop them, and we'll answer those for you.
Excellent. No, appreciate it, Carson. And
Absolutely.
Regarding the condition of the vehicle here, it belongs to the parents of somebody who works here. And, it's a well-kept example of, an older second, or actually that would be a third-gen RAV4 now that I think of it. Yeah, that would be a third-gen. Those are the ones that got the V6 that was so crazy fast for its time. That was kind of special. This does not have that, but it is from that generation. Anyway, Carson's going to do a little bit of snow foaming, appropriate for the season. Although I got to say, I've been a little bummed out with how our December's been turning out weather-wise.
Yeah.
I was expecting some snow. We didn't get anything.
Yeah, it's crazy. And what was it the other night? The low was 49 overnight.
It's been like hovering in
Yeah.
the low 50s, high
Yeah.
40s
Yeah.
every night, which for here, this time of year,
Yeah.
we're normally in the 20s.
Well, the last time that it was that warm in December in Boise was 1939.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
It's way too warm right now.
Yeah, crazy.
Way.
It was born.
Yeah,
Yeah, right?
so long ago.
Or at least when his opinions were. All right, so moving along, guys. We've got comments. We've got questions. Let's get this party started.
Yeah.
Sydney, you're going to help me out with these, and
Yep.
I'm going to make a good point to include Carson in as many as I can as well, because Anthony's sitting out, but Carson is a wonderful subject matter expert, and I want you guys to get to know that a little bit more.
Awesome.
So let's start things off with Alpha Tango. That Luke Berkey comment is from last week. Alpha Tango. Sydney, what's he saying?
Says, hey folks, busy season is nearly over. I hope you have another great show. I miss you and love you all. See you on the replay.
All right. Well, we will catch you then. Have a good one. Then we've got Belinsky, of all people. He popped in
Yes.
early, did he not? Okay, what's he saying?
He says, hello, my friends, from a true Tool fog-covered California. I haven't seen the sun in 17 days. Everything is cold and damp and stuck in the 40s. Please send help. I got to have dinner with Joey on
Yeah?
Sunday. It
Oh,
was so
yeah, that's
great.
right. You were
Yeah.
down there.
Yep.
Hopefully that was nice.
Yes, of course. I got to ride in the GTI. I mean, living the dream.
Absolutely. He's driven, he's ridden in your car enough times, so
Yep.
it might as well
Yeah.
exchange the favor.
Yep.
All right, we got Bucky here, the other half of the Detail Grind podcast.
Yes.
He says, hello all, in a winter wonderland here and jealous of Boise's weather. Love
Yeah.
you all.
Yeah.
Alex, I want your winter wonderland. I may be in the minority here. I love snow and I love snowy roads. Ice, not as much, but I love snow and I'm so disappointed with how things are going right now. I will take some. I know everybody else is like, no, I don't want to drive in the snow.
so funny.
I love it.
So I don't
just
drive.
love
I
it.
don't mind driving in the snow either, but I do hate other people driving in the snow. I don't mind driving in the snow, but I do like the snow. I like how it's pretty. I don't like when it's just like a bucket of suck. But
A bucket of suck. That's a good way to describe
yeah,
it.
but Gabe and I just washed a car outside.
Yeah, no,
in
it's-
December. That's crazy.
It's way too
crazy
mild out
without
there.
jackets too. That's
Yeah.
crazy. But I don't like being cold, so
So you're probably loving this.
Yes.
Okay.
But I
okay.
do love the snow. I love the way it looks.
Fair,
I don't
yeah.
mind driving in it. I enjoy it myself. So
As long as you're in like a car with heated seats and a
heated
heater
seats and
yeah,
good
all
tires
that stuff.
and yeah. But
I will always be an advocate for winter tires.
Yes. Oh, of course.
definitely.
Of
Like
course.
actual severe
Yes.
weather rated tires.
Yep.
Very important for the icier conditions, all that stuff.
for sure.
And then you get to spend your time dodging all the people who didn't buy those.
Yes.
All
That's
right,
what I don't
next
like.
up, we got Ron Ayat here. Let's see what Ron's up to. He says, good afternoon from chilly Massachusetts, where the temp is 28 and the wind chill makes it feel like 11 degrees Fahrenheit. I know that sounds gnarly. Weirdly,
That sounds
I
awful.
kind of wish I got a taste of that cold, but we haven't gotten it yet.
Yeah.
All right. That might be a bit much for some of you
That's
guys.
a bit much.
We hit 0 every once in a while
Yeah.
here. It does happen.
Yeah.
All right, next up, I've got Alessio. Alessio saying, hello, hello, from Belgium. Finally got my hands on a bottle of GFX. We'll test in the first wash after my car. I coat my car together with my detailer next week.
Ooh.
Oh, so he's like teaming up with his detailer?
Okay.
Do you,
That's
Sydney,
fun.
do you have anybody who actually goes, you know what, I want to detail this with you?
I have had, yeah.
And how many times
I've
have you
had
told them no?
all of them?
Okay. That's what I thought with you. You're like,
Yeah.
this is a one-lady show. We're
I've
not-
had them ask, and yes, I've politely declined.
That's
for sure.
fair.
Yes. But I just got my first bottle of GFX as well. It's sitting on my desk.
Okay. Well, that's
So I'm right
exciting.
there with you.
Got to experience it firsthand. If you haven't, it is special. All right. Alessio also follows up and says, I have polished before it, just not a lot.
Okay.
Okay. Then we've got Sheepstar here. What's Sheep saying?
Checking in.
The usual. I should have known. Mac Bergson. Hey, everyone. Hope you have a good week. I can't wait to get home. I just got a notification that my G-Technic sample set has arrived. Excellent.
Oh, nice.
G-Tech is good stuff, so
Nice.
I hope you enjoy it as well. And then Alessia with another one here wondering, I know TRC doesn't carry them, but has anyone seen the new buckets from Soft 99? They're sick. Now, there's only so many ways you can design a bucket, but I would be curious to see those. So if anybody knows, feel free to send me a link. I'll check it out later after the show. All right. Jesse Grease here. What's Jesse saying?
Good afternoon, guys. Have any of you gotten to try out the new Rupes Nano Polisher? How does it feel with the operation of it? I obviously saw it at SEMA. I didn't necessarily try it out. And I'm just going to have to be honest, as I always am. I was not a fan of the Nano one. And so I didn't really give that a whole lot of thought. It does look like it's much upgraded. It looks very nice.
Ergonomics seem really solid.
That seemed way better. I hope that it has more power. I think that's always been my thing with the small polishers is, you know, if you can't get the same level of correction as you can out of the full-size machine, I really don't like it. But it does look like a vast improvement. So, I mean, I probably should try it out, but I did see it at SEMA, but I did not try it myself.
Okay. Yeah. And as far as, you know, touching, using the tool and stuff like that, pretty much only people at SEMA have really gotten a chance to mess around with it too much yet. Hey, Carson, I know you're pressure washing over there, but did you get a chance to mess around with the Rupes Nano when you were at SEMA?
Yeah, so Anthony and I made a video on it, and Anthony got to mess around with it just a little bit, and he really liked it. Has a bunch of cool parts on it that pretty excited to showcase.
The magnetic bits, huh?
Yeah, the carbon fiber bits were cool as well. So really excited for that. But I agree with Sid, though. You know, the last couple designs, I need the power. The power.
Yeah.
So common denominator, at least amongst you guys here, small sample size, but more power was needed. And we're not talking about the new tool, of course. We were talking about the old tool. Yeah. So as far as new tools concerned, these guys seem more optimistic. Sid, I'm going to let you come up with a name for our friend here.
Oh, boy.
What is our friend's name today?
I'm going to name him Kevin.
Kevin.
In honor of Home Alone.
All right. I like it.
It's like a season for that one. Yeah. Kevin. Yeah.
What's he say?
He says, hello and happy Friday, Junior TRC fam from the sunny 31 south coast of Massachusetts. I hope you all are well and scored some goodies on the Cyber Week deals. I forgot to get ONR Christmas. Whoops. I got mine too. That's on my desk as well. I'm all hooked up. I can't wait.
Well, did we sell out of ONR Christmas? I thought we still had some. Perhaps.
I'm not sure. I ordered last week.
Okay.
And Lucas just brought me my order today. So I did order a while ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just making sure if he said, oops, missed it, as in the Cyber Week deal, or
maybe
because
he already placed an order.
Like it's out of stock. So somebody want to pop on the site and check, feel free.
Yeah.
All right. Carson? Since you're getting to work on some wheels there, I want to make a point all during this wash today to kind of ask, as you're going through, the products you're using are part of the kits that are happening during our Christmas, lead-up sales here.
Absolutely, yeah. So I'm using pretty much everything that is featured in the Armor Detail Supply wheel cleaning kit, which is funny, because I helped design that kit, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. So, of course, what's included with that kit is going to be your Detail Factory tire brush, wheel cleaner, tire cleaner, and then your Ultra Wheel Mint, which is going to be your main thing to clean, of course, the wheel faces. So that's exactly what we'll do. So we, of course, hit the tires, let that kind of work, and then hit the wheels and wheel barrels, let that work, and then now I'm just scrubbing away. I did foam it with some Brake Buster just to add a little bit of lubricity on the surface. But yeah, a little Matt Mormon method,
Oh, sure. Crank it up.
I mean, he is right about it. I know Anthony will fight me about it, but he's right.
Fair enough. No, it looks good. All right, so moving along here, I've got Eddington 1000 saying happy Friday Eve, guys. Right back at you, Eddington. Then I've got David Boyce, who says, hello, Danimal and All Day Spence. Would love to see Gabe in front of the cameras more. He's not afraid to drive all of his Toyotas to work. Hope to see your RSX soon, Gabe.
That must be a bot account. There's No way, that's real.
No, it's David Boyd.
I guess it is David
Boyd.
Boyd
On the little stuff. Yeah, so he lasers in on something, and then
David, how much did Gabe pay you?
Yeah.
How much did Gabe pay you to say that?
He's not afraid to try all of his.
Carson and Gabe.
I did purchase a new BMW, so I've got an E90 BMW.
Nice.
Super excited for that.
All right. Well, good to know. And it looks like we had a little pop in the feed where it froze, but it came back, so we're good. And I think they caught the last little bit of your comment, so they did hear what car it was.
Sweet.
All right. So, moving along here, Kevin, I hope you're satisfied with that answer. And Neil White, hey, TRC, hope you're all doing well. Looking forward to hearing about those gift ideas. Now, that was something that I kind of posed to Carson and to Sydney and myself just to think about potential gift ideas. It's not necessarily just things that are on sale at the rag company, but it's whatever you could think of that would make sense maybe to give to the person in your life who either is detailing minded or perhaps you think they need something that's detailing related, whether they're into it or not. It's something where you go, here, help yourself. So, Sid, I'm going to ask you, what kind of things really jump out at you for your relatives, other than just saying, come to me and I'll detail your car?
Yeah, which I'm not going to do.
No. You get enough of that already. You don't need more.
Yeah, no, I don't offer to detail my family's cars for free. So here's what I love about giving car and detailing stuff for Christmas is what better packaging than a bucket, right? So I love to make buckets. I do this for fundraisers and all sorts of stuff. So I love to get a bucket. And, for this, you don't have to get like a high-end bucket. You can get, clear buckets, Home Depot buckets, whatever. So, but then you use the bucket as like your gift wrap. And you fill it up with, some of their favorite things or favorite areas that they like to work, whether it be interior, exterior, car wash stuff. But then it's so easy to put together kind of thoughtful ideas with, towels and chemicals. And, there's so many great different brands you can mix and match. And then you just, cover the top of the bucket or put, tissue paper in it or something and put a bow on the outside. And then there's your packaging. And I just think that's super fun.
That's
so
nice.
It's a great Santa gift, for somebody to wake up with it next to the tree the next morning, on Christmas Day.
It is fun because the bucket kind of almost makes it like a bouquet.
Yeah.
That's fun.
I do love filling a bucket for sure.
They're not flowers, but guess what? They smell good too. So, we got some options. I like that though. Carson, was anything jumping out at you as something you would, recommend to people for maybe the detailing allergic in their lives, who something even a complete noob could use?
Yes. I'm gonna say Rip and Rags, just because Rip and Rags is great for anybody that, even if they're just cleaning their house, just showing that you can have a premium microfiber that's reusable, rewashable, and like you can use it from everything from cleaning your house, cleaning your car, whatever it is. But also just listening is a big part too. Like my brother-in-law really likes the way a wash and wax performs. And so I got him Coach Kemi CES. And so
I'm
that's
assuming he
perfect.
doesn't watch this show, otherwise you just spoiled it for him.
No, he doesn't. He's at work right now, but yeah, so like something like that, he'd really like that. And so just kind of listening to those things. If I'm sure a lot of people know that if they're detailers, you're kind of the go-to person that they ask questions for. So
of course,
just kind of listen.
No, that makes perfect sense. Thanks, Carson. All right, moving along here. We've got 0 Day Detail with a good afternoon from Chile, South Carolina. Ooh, okay, that's fun. And then I've got a question from Devin here. Ooh, okay, this one's interesting. If I used fine cut, can I go straight to lac polish grun to finish?
Yes.
Yeah? 100%. Carson's saying definitely. Sid?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, well, That sounds like an answer.
No compound in it, so it's strictly just a polish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that keeps things pretty straightforward. So, Devin, there's your answer. Silly Goose, 757. That would be Megan. Hi from Tallahassee. It's sunny and 61 degrees.
Wow.
Honestly, it's not much cooler here.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, actually. All right, moving on to the next page. Devin says Wisconsin has like 2 feet of snow already.
Gosh.
High of 6 degrees Saturday. Yeah, you guys.
That's crazy. It's
are
all over the place.
All the precipitation.
And yesterday in LA, it was 85.
What?
That's crazy.
What?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Crazy.
That's too much. That's too much, man. Okay, moving on. We've got Neil saying, I'd love to have lows in the 50s here. Yeah, well, we'll trade you. All right, Eric. Good afternoon, TRC. Happy holidays. Curious what TRC towels are your fave for first and second wipe on coatings and why?
Good
Tell
question.
us, Sydney. What do you think?
So for my first wipe, I kind of have 2 favorites. So one would be the Rip & Rags Ultra, which is the blue pearl weave. I really enjoy those for the first wipe. If I don't have those available, then I'm usually 365. So like I usually use the Gray Miners 365 for my first wipe. My second wipe, my favorite one is always a Creature. I like it where it's a little bit extra fluffy, but it's not, super grabby. Like this weekend in training, we only had Eagles for the second wipe, and it worked okay, but it certainly wasn't my favorite. So Creatures are always my second wipe. And my first choice is the Pearl Weave Ultra Rip and Rags, and then my second choice is a 365.
Excellent. Hey, Carson, I know you're busy on those wheels and tires, but I'd like to get your opinion on this, too.
I'm exactly going to echo what Sydney said.
All right.
I exclusively use Rip and Rags, the Ultras, just because they're so cost effective. Once you're done with them, they can be demoted to like oil change towels and potentially like really dirty interior towels is just fine too. But yeah, 2 towel method, only way to go.
Easy peasy. All right. Moving along here, we got Silly Goose, that's Megan, saying, is Carson applying anything to the engine after it's clean?
Yes, I applied Motorplast.
Oh, nice.
That's what I was hoping to hear. I love Motorplast.
Me too.
For those who don't know or haven't tried it, Motorplast is a Koshemi, aka KCX product. And it just makes those plastics under the hood look amazing when you're done. And let's be honest, 90% of the cars out there these days, anything made after like 2010, pretty much all plastic under the hood. You just don't see metal components much anymore unless you got something a little more on the exotic side or something.
Yep.
So, plastic rules the day, but Motorplast makes it look freaking awesome. Okay, Jose. Which, by the way, Motorplast, great gift idea if you want something simple to give to somebody. If they know how to carefully wash their engine bay, use that. Awesome combo.
Yep.
Jose says, just brought a gallon of PNS undressed for new tires. Do I use it straight up, Sid?
Yes, you do. So PNS Undressed is specifically like a tire stripping cleaner. So you do want it full strength. I would never dilute it because that is exactly why you're choosing to use Undressed, is you want that kind of stripping ability to completely reset a set of tires so that you're ready to go for whatever dressing you choose to use. So yep, straight up.
All right, excellent. And then next up, I've got Alex here saying, dinner with Joey and don't even take a photo, amateurs.
Man. I'm going to just say that probably none of us were really like in photo op ready.
That's fair.
But we were also just, you get so excited to be together that you just kind of immerse in the moment. And I know it's like the most frustrating thing. And when you're not in that moment, you're like, how could you not take a picture? But like when you're in the moment, you're just so happy to be together that you just don't really think to stop the conversation, Too
many people don't make themselves actually present when they're talking just with anybody these days. It's always like your face is half buried in your phone. You're kind of like, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think any of us picked up our phone the entire dinner. And we were at, we went to BJ's and we were there a long time. The service took a long time. I think we were there for like 4 hours, but I don't think any of us ever touched our phone. So
that's a really good sign, actually.
Yeah.
So wonderful. All right, we're getting a bunch of weather reports here. Mike G says it's 75 degrees in SoCal.
That's crazy.
Alpha Tango saying it's 65 in Pasco. That would be up in Washington, just a little northwest of us. And then Jose with popping in saying it's 80 degrees in Monrovia, California, another SoCal spot.
That's crazy.
You guys are all just cooking.
Yeah.
Man. GT Details with a hey TRC fam. Right back at you, buddy. Dan Pfeiffer with a yo. Good afternoon, and word up from Cole, Minnesota, USA. Happy Friday Eve, TRC gang. Loving the Christmas ONR.
I'm excited to use it.
Have you gotten a whiff of it?
Yes.
You know what it's about?
Yep, I smelled it last week, and then
into.
and then I placed my order, so I have both of them. I still need to go to Trader Joe's and get the hand soap, but no, I just got it, so I'm going to hook it up to my Chemtrol for the rest of the winter, so that I have the Christmas ONR. I'm kind of excited about it.
All right. Then we've got a hello, folks, and then we've got some more commentary about whether, I'm just trying to get some detailing questions, guys. Sorry, we're moving along here, but Alessio says, I'm his photographer / videographer. Okay. That's the detailer he's referring to. Yeah. Sometimes help him out when needed for details, so kind of a customer, kind of not.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
That's kind of an interesting combo. I'm sure Jimmy can speak to that kind of experience as somebody who does a lot of freelance work as a videographer around here, too.
That's fun.
I mean, he's not freelance here, but he does freelance stuff on the side outside of that for car stuff, and sometimes there's detailing involved. Anyway, let's see. What's Crisscross saying?
Long time no see. Has the scent for GFX changed this year, or did it stay the same? I believe it stayed the same, right?
I think it's the same. I didn't hear anything from the guys saying that it changed, so good to see it, by the way, Crisscross. Happy you're here. All right. Then we've got Alex here saying, those TRC pressure washer guns and wands in Carson's hands look fantastic.
Thank you.
I'm not sure if that's more of a compliment to your hands or to the, tools themselves.
They look great.
All right.
Both.
I'll take it. Then we got another weather report from Alaska saying 26 degrees. Well, it should be cold up there, right?
Yeah.
Alessio, the new Soft 99 buckets have a great decal on them with waves and a beautiful red GTR and R35 with some Japanese symbols.
Cool.
Got my hands on it today. It's chef's kiss for me. All right.
I'll have to look it up.
Well, I think the JDM Hot Boys are going to like those from the sounds of it. Then Ron Yacht was Carson spraying Koshimi Motorplast on the RAV4 engine bay? Yes, he was. And I've got Vin from 360. What's he saying, Sid?
Hey guys, since it's my slower season, I've been thinking about promoting gift certificates. What's the best way to do that without making it seem like I'm devaluing my service? Thank you all. Okay, so here's one thing. I used to do a lot of certificates, so here's the things I learned. Don't do it for a service. Do it for a dollar amount. So the first couple of years that I was doing these, it would be a full detail for X price. Well, the problem is anybody who gets these as gifts, the cars are the worst. I don't know why, but people will. It literally, and so they would always come back to bite me.
It's because somebody in their life is like, my God, this person needs a detail so bad.
Yeah.
Just here's a gift certificate, so you have no excuse.
Right?
Now.
Yeah.
I can imagine that scenario playing out in their head, and they're like, I'm finally gonna force them to clean their car. I can't stand looking at it.
Yeah, and so the cars would show up, and they would need 55 minutes extra of dog hair vacuuming. Well, they got it as a gift certificate, so you don't feel like you can charge them more.
No, you're kind of locked in.
Yeah, so I lost out on all of those. So do it for a dollar amount. So $200, whatever. Just do $200 towards a service. And then that way you're still sticking to your same prices when they use it. The other thing was I would have them where somebody would get it this Christmas. They wouldn't use it till the next November. And maybe you've done a price adjustment. So just do a flat price, not a service. And then the other thing is I would, you can't put an expiration date on them because they traded you money for a service. But I would always put like a little thing at the bottom, that said kindly use before, I wouldn't use the word expires by, but kindly use within 6 months or something like that.
Yeah.
Because I hated having those floating out there because regardless, they get cashed in on your slowest week that you really needed to get paid.
Yeah.
And so I'm not a huge fan of gift certificates, but done correctly, they can really be a great thing for the season. The other thing that I started doing when I was still doing gift certificates was I would actually book the service. So I would book the service. So say like, January 15th, and then it would be for $300 or whatever towards a detail. And I would have people, if it was a situation where it was like a husband or a wife or something like that, I would try to book the service date so that then I knew that was just factored in that week. And so that made a big difference too. But never devalue your service. Just do it for a dollar amount.
No, that's an excellent point. And speaking from experience, just seeing how these things play out, I know there's probably somebody out there who has data to prove this, but anecdotally, doing a dollar amount does not discourage somebody from getting the service. They still feel like they're getting a great deal or something like that. If they happen to have to pay like an extra $100 on top of it or something, they go, well, I got $400 worth of work for $100. So that feels like a great deal for me.
Exactly.
So in the end, if it's something that they're truly motivated to do, it shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a good point. All right. Next up, we've got Molasses. What's he saying?
What do people do about taking their coated cars into a dealer for service? I'd love to put a 5-year coating, but how do I repair it when my dealer inevitably leaves marring all over the paint? You avoid that to begin with. So what I have service tags that hang, you can get them from Vistaprint. I know Armor has custom ones. I made custom ones through Vistaprint for my customers that had coated cars that you hang, on the rear view mirror that literally say no wash. This car has a coating on it, no wash, like in big letters. That's really all it needs to say. And so I never let my dealership wash my car. So I think if you have the no wash, I also, when I drop the car off, I let them know no wash. Around here in Boise, most of the dealerships have gone to, the customer actually has to request a wash versus the other way around, I think, because this has become such a prevalent service. And so I think it started to become where more often than not, they were not washing them. So now I think they have to actually request it. But I think the hang tag, and if you Google, or even within the Facebook groups, if you search for do not wash hanger, you'll see where people have made them, or you can find them generic online or what have you. Make your own, but I make those for my customers and put them in the car.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. And I did want to get Carson's input on this one, even though I think he's probably going to mirror what you said, because Carson actually used to work at a dealer. So can you tell us a little bit about what that experience was like when somebody would come in and they'd say that kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Me being a detailer that worked at a dealership, I would always ask, like, I worked at a Honda dealership, and I would always ask the folks with the Type R, hey, would you like us to wash it? And that kind of thing. But most people don't have the common courtesy to ask that. But yeah, the $5, one from Arbor Detail Supplies has definitely saved me a ton of times with going to the dealer. But yeah, just pick it up, let the service advisor know, hey, please don't wash this car. It has and if you attach like a monetary value to it, like, hey, this has a $2,000 ceramic coating on it.
Yeah.
They're not gonna mess with it. And you can tell a little bit of a fib, right? Even if you did it yourself. But that typically gets the point across of, okay, we won't mess with it. And then if they do, then it's one of those things that you just you deal with it in the moment, and potentially they can credit you with some sort of thing. I've had that happen before.
Sure. Yeah, you don't want to operate out of fear, but at the same time, it's like if you got to scare them with a big, scary number, on what it costs to install, at least that might encourage people to be less likely to go, but I wanted to swirl it.
My other kind of rule of thumb, personally, it's really hard to talk to your customers about this, but my personal cars, I never take them to the dealership dirty. Like, I always make sure that I take them in clean, because then they're a lot that, they look at it and just go, we don't need to wash this one. And so it's just like that extra layer of protection is I never take a dirty car to the dealership.
Yeah.
Plus then they're like leaning over it, and you don't want them leaning into your dirt and scratching,
right.
Even from just them working on it. So I always take my car clean to the dealership.
I bet that doesn't stop them from offering it sometimes, though. Does it?
Well, my cars only go to the Jeep Dodge dealership,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
They all know me there, so they know to
Yeah.
literally barely look at it.
They're scared. Well, they're scared of you.
They're definitely scared of me, yeah.
But if one of your customers goes and does
Yeah.
that, it's probably 50-50.
Yeah. I
another
do
one
try
too,
to educate
Dane?
him, but
Yeah.
Another one too is very effective. Even if you have it on the hang tag, just printing something out super simple says "Do not wash" and putting it on the instrument panel right away. That is another way that because there may be a porter that's involved that that moves the car. There may be a mechanic. There may be two other people that are touching your car besides the mechanic or the service advisor. So communicating that, because most service advisors aren't good with communication. Ask me how I know.
That's fair. And actually, it's funny. Nate came walking in through the back door, and he's the guy who would design like a "Do Not Wash" tag you could hang from the mirror on the car. I think that would be pretty cool. He's probably already got some design ideas out there. Yeah. So he smirked at me as he walked by. Yeah. I'm guessing that means he probably already thought about it. But, just in case, somebody was suggesting that we start providing them. I mean, you don't have to have a coating on your car to still not want them to wash your stuff. I get it. It's your car. You should be able to decide whether or not they do that extra service. I mean, I know they see it as a courtesy, but
it's
for the more detailing-minded amongst us, I think there's a certain level of like, whoa, that's kind of crossing the line, buddy. Don't do that.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Anyway, moving along here, we've got Alessio. What's he saying?
He says Sydney just has everything on her desk. The car she's detailing, it's on her desk too. I do have like reindeer today.
Yeah,
I've got all
you got
kinds
3D
of stuff.
printed reindeer.
Yeah, yep, reindeer.
You're using those 3D printers already.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Did you just find the reindeer design somewhere?
Yeah.
Or what? Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's just a place you're going to.
So then I printed a whole bunch of reindeer. So
different colors and stuff.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. Love them.
All right. Next up, I've got DIY with Kane, Minnesota, checking in. Thank you for the great deals lately. Thank you, DIY, for popping in there and enjoying those. And if we could just remind people again, Glenn, if you don't mind pulling up the website, we can take a little bit of a closer look at what's actually on the website here. So as far as the bundles that are available for, Christmas sales, all that good stuff, we got some pretty sweet auto detailing gift kits for those of you who don't want to go hunting down every product individually. You can trust that every single one of these kits is bundled in a way that makes sense, offers things that go together well, and should give somebody the experience that it says right there in the title. So we got everything from coatings to wash clay seal bundles to wheels and tires. We got Optimum stuff. We got ADS stuff, Armor Detail Supply. We got Koch. We've got different options here for you guys to choose from. But just know that there's something out there for anyone in your life who still needs maybe a stocking stuffer, or some of these definitely err on the nicer side, something you can actually wrap up and take a cue from Sydney here, throw into a bucket, turn them into a bucket kit, and give your friends and family a Merry Christmas that way. All right, moving back to what Carson's doing on the RAV4 here. Carson, what do you got in the foam cannon?
This is just a little bit of Brake Buster Straight. And so that's what that uses my lubrication. And
so you're foam cannoning Brake Buster.
Yeah.
All right.
Crazy.
Hardcore. Do you ever do that?
No.
No? Okay. Nope. So that's just a Carson thing.
No, that's a Uncle Matty thing.
Ooh, okay.
Well, and Ryan Weiss, I was just at his shop this weekend too, in Scottsdale, Arizona, and he does that too. And I was like, man,
it's a Matty thing.
You guys in your Brake Buster. I mean, I feel like I have a lifetime supply of Brake Buster, and I don't even do that.
Yeah.
It's great. It's very lubricating, and
interesting.
Never had an issue with it.
Well, moving along here, let's see. We've got Kevin saying, "Thanks, Sydney. My mom called me Kevin too. She would approve."
That's nice.
Oh.
Is his name really Kevin? That would be hilarious. It is? Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I was literally just thinking of...
It was a great call, though.
That's so funny. All right, Dan...
Go for it.
So, I'm not going to read
Dagnet Rodriguez
says, Happy holidays. Blessed are those who detail with premium products from the Rag Company. Make sure to stay blessed and buy more today. But seriously, I hope everyone has a safe and prosperous future. You too.
Nice. That's really kind.
That is nice.
Thank you. And absolutely, Dagnet, you too. I hope I'm saying that right. Dagnet. Or is it like Danae and it's silent G and silent T? I don't know. Yeah. Whatever you prefer. Not burn clean. So we're just going to take that at face value. Mm-hmm. And then, look at who we got here. Fine detailing himself, popping in saying, hi, friends.
Hi,
we
Ryan.
were just talking about you.
Can I just give him a shout out? So,
yeah, you were just at his place.
Yeah, so he was a Grand Ambassador, longtime friend of the show. He was here with us at TRCMA this year. We all got to meet him for the first time there, and that was super fun when we had the Grand Ambassadors come in. And so just over the year, we've watched Ryan, just grow and blossom. He was on the Monterey team with us. That was super exciting. And so I got to go do a training in his detail shop this weekend. And I just can't even say enough about it. Like, his shop is so amazing, so well organized, really cool. So cool. And then we walk in his store that I think it's been open a month. Ooh. I mean, and I get to go in a lot of detail stores. Yeah. And I mean, this thing was dialed. It was so.
You're not impressed by much these days. You've seen a lot.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not. But Ryan's inside and out, meaning shop and store, so impressive. He was an excellent host, and I was so happy to be there. And yeah, I'm just super, super excited for him. I'm super excited to see people take that journey and just become just awesome.
I'm stoked to hear that. That's great.
It was really, really cool.
Well, congrats, Ryan. You're killing it.
Thanks for checking in, Ryan. I even had to submit an order on his website because I was so excited.
Oh boy. Okay. Then we got Hansi here saying, Papa Chrome, he must be talking about me, I guess. I haven't polished chrome in a minute, but hey, I'll take it. Thank you. DIY with Kane, Midwest, Minnesota, Manbro, 21 degrees and going down. Hug for Alex. Yeah. All right. Well, Ooh, we got a question for Sid from Megan here.
Nice.
What's she saying?
How do you maintain your manicure? My nails are hating my newfound interest in detailing. So here's the deal. I'm at 2.5 weeks right now, and mine are actually starting to break down. But so I have a fantastic nail technician, and the product she uses is called Tammy Taylor. And this is going to be way over most people's heads, but I'm going to answer the question. Mm-hmm. So there's acrylic nails and there's gel nails, right? And so gel is very soft. It breaks really easy. Acrylic's really hard. It takes a lot to break it, but when it does, it breaks all your real nails. And so this is a hybrid of the two. And so it's super flexible. It's my real nails, but just, they're grown out like that, and they have this product over them. And I've been doing them for 10 years, and my nail lady, her name is Patty. She's absolutely amazing. I go in faithfully every 2 weeks. And I think just because I would give yourself some time, because as you are working, you become more cognizant of how to work with your nails being done. And so I think that there is that period of where you tend to hit them or crack them or, whatever. I do know that I have to have these on, because if I had my real nails, I would just break them all the time. Whoops. And so I rarely break a nail. I super love it. And it's my one thing where I can still feel like a normal girl. So
that's awesome.
I would look into, though. It's called Tammy Taylor.
So awesome. In detailer terms, how would we liken those to, say, waxes, sealants, coatings, and PPF? Yeah,
that's actually such a good example. So the coatings would be like the acrylic. So if you hurt it, you fail it, and you have to start over. Okay. The waxes would be just nail polish on your natural nails. Okay, so it's going to last a couple days. And then in the middle is a defender type sealant, where it's still going to be super easy to, use and live in, and it's going to be durable, but it's not going to be too durable.
Sometimes you want to change it up.
It's just going to make you look nice, but add a little durability to the paint. Okay. So I would say that this is defender.
Gotcha. Okay. Hey, you know what? I was curious. That made it way more understandable for me. So I hope it did the same for you somewhere out there. Someone appreciates it.
Girlfriend, do you got Defender on your nails?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What do you got?
I know people try and do off-label uses for detailing chemicals. I'm not saying you should go do that because they're not meant for human skin, really. Right. But, I just wanted to do a like for like.
Like protection level. I mean, obviously it's way thicker than Defender, but protection level. Like, what are you thinking about? Like, how easy is it to use? And,
it's all relative.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Carson, you're moving around the car again. What you got going on this time?
So we just got finished with the wheels. Wheels are my favorite part, but they just take the longest for me because I spend a lot of time on them. I want to make sure that they're perfect. So that's typically what people look at first, that and like the headlights.
For sure.
And so these wheels were just your standard base model wheels, but the barrels were super dirty. And so cleaned them up, shined them up, looking good. So
yeah, it's looking really solid. This RAV4 was very well cared for. It's not like a showroom piece or anything, but as far as like daily drivers go, it looks really solid. The headlights haven't lost their coating. Everything's looking pretty
got
solid.
Some gloss to it. I mean, it's shining.
It's still got gloss.
Yeah.
You don't have too much sun damage. Yeah, it looks good.
It definitely has something on it from like a touchless car wash or something.
Okay.
Sure.
But yeah, nothing like coating wise or
the only fried spot I could find anywhere on there was the cowl below the windshield wipers, where it definitely got kind of baked and crusty there. But everything else looks really solid. So kudos to the owners, showing it is possible. All right, next up, I got Ryan Rigdon saying, "Okay, Dane, I changed my handle so you'd quit calling me Eddington." All right, well, I'm like Ron Burgundy. I read what's on the prompter. Yep. So, yes, Ryan Rigdon, I see that's you now. I apologize. You want to be called Rigdon, that's what we're doing here now.
That's funny.
All right, next up, we got GM Car Care. What's GM saying?
In life, you need to make some choices, and if you choose the rag company, then you make the right choice.
Okay,
yes.
We'll take it. Thanks, bud. All right, we got Steven Germanakos. At least that's how I'm going to pronounce it.
Yeah.
Angry Monkey Detailing saying, what is the lifespan of a USS Ultra Safe sponge? So it's kind of like he said ATM machine. He said USS sponge.
Yeah.
Every few washes, a small bit of foam breaks off the edge. Thanks for the Q&A.
That's interesting. So honestly, I've never really been able to toast one. So, I mean, I would say that I use mine before I replace them. I probably use them for a year. So you're talking probably 200 cars get washed with one. And then I really just replace it because I can and it's easy. They don't really need it. So I've not ever had them fall apart. My question would be is how are you leaving it soaking? If you're leaving it soaking in a bucket of, say, something like Decon soap or something that's a little bit harsher, you probably will get breakdown. Mine, I do soak it. I'm not good about letting it dry out, but mine soaks in absolute. So I think if you're letting it sit with soap on it, that would make me wonder. But mine don't ever fall apart. And I've been using these since day one, both the USS and the UBS, and I've never really been able to ruin one.
If he's saying small bits of foam are breaking off the edge, I kind of feel like something's causing it to become brittle.
Yeah, or maybe are they ripping it on?
Right, or is it catching on something? I'll be curious to hear more, just to understand a little better. But I mean, Sydney definitely, she uses them in her shop day in, day out, so it's not unusual. I mean, for somebody who's just using it on their own cars in their driveway, they should not have to replace it for a long time.
Because literally, mine wash 200 cars a year, and then I just replace them just because I feel like it. They don't even need it,
It's really just a matter of preference at that point. Like, I want to try a different wash media.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carson, before you move on and spray this thing down, what do you think as far as the Ultra Safe sponge? Have you run into anything that like prematurely wears it?
No, I did have one time, quite honestly, that I left it in there with like just no water over a winter, or I'm sorry, with water, not filtered water or anything like that. And I did have a little bit of like mold growing. That was purely my fault.
Okay.
And I threw it away. I probably could have washed it and I would have been fine. But I mean, for the price, I didn't really want to risk it. And so, but I've never had any like chipping or anything like that. Yeah. Actually, I do take that back. I did have one area mess up, but I hit like a sharp grill piece. But
and it caught.
Yeah, but that was again my own doing.
And that, to me, that's completely different than if it became brittle, which is like what I'm kind of I'm getting from this comment, where he says it's just like falling off. It breaks off. The way he says breaks off makes it sound like it became crusty and then just snapped off.
Yeah.
So I'm just really curious to get a little more detail on what he means by that.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we got love for Motorplast from Ron. Agreed. I love Motorplast. We got an interesting question. Will there be a new one-wing challenge? That was a really, really fun project.
Really fun. Gosh, that was a long time ago.
That was a while ago now. Gosh, that would have been 2018, 2019?
I think it was early 2019.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it was around February, March of 2019.
We're talking like 6+ years ago.
Yeah.
So a long time ago.
Almost 7.
We need to bring back Tony's Wings. We've always needed to bring back Tony's Wings.
I mean, that also is a classic. But yeah, if you haven't watched the One Wing Challenge here on the Rag Company YouTube channel, you should go check that out. That was a really, really fun project.
Hilarious.
Really fun video.
Yeah.
And, well, Hans is bringing it up because he, spoiler alert, actually placed the winning bid on those polishers, those tools that got used in the video. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And even though he's in Europe, sent him over there with all the signatures from all the guys. It was really cool.
Gosh, that it seems like that was yesterday, but it was almost 7 years ago. That's
so
crazy.
For those who have no clue what he's talking about, just watch the video. Yeah. It'll explain it really well and give you a much better idea. But it was for a good cause, and it was a really fun, really chaotic shoot.
Yeah.
So I think for those of you who get tired of the typical detailing content, you might find that one fun because it's kind of out there.
So fun.
All right. Then I've got Hans, but with a different username for some reason. Stair Kicking Stone Hennon.
Oh
boy, that's definitely me. Where is Anthony? So Anthony is actually busy doing another shoot. So far as I know, he's been busy with another project, and that is why he's not on here today. However, it meant I got pulled out of the closet, and I'm able to sit at the table here with Sid.
Yep.
We're getting the job done. I think this is going very well. I hope you guys feel the same. All right. Next up. Joey says, this ain't the California weather I pay top dollar for. Well, we're getting the California weather here, I guess.
Dude, charge back, Joey, charge back.
All right, Sid, what about Pete Davis here?
Can I or should I use a random orbit to put wax on my truck? Yes, you can. To put wax on, you can use a random orbital. You can use a forced action. I'm never into people using a rotary that are kind of new to that, and it's just not really necessary. So, I mean, the most, like a DA or random orbital would be great.
All right. Then I've got Ron here saying, FYI, in Massachusetts, a gift certificate is good for 7 years, unless it's donated to an organization for a fundraiser. Then it expires within a year.
There you go.
Interesting. Okay. I guess there's some laws surrounding that as to why. Okay, moving along, we've got Ron also saying TRC needs Rio? Make do not wash detail. Needs to make do not wash / detailed tags with the TRC logo on it.
That'd be nice.
I think that's something we could probably maybe entertain. We'll see.
Nice.
There's a lot of projects in the works, but that's one of those like fun, smaller things. I think Nate would enjoy going on a little creative venture with those.
Yeah.
All right. What's going on with DIY with Kane, Sydney?
I accidentally dumped about 16 ounces of Kosh Kmi S003 in about 16 ounces of Kosh Kmi AF, thinking I was topping it off. Wrong bottle. Can this be used for anything, or do I just toss it? I'm going to say toss it, because I think what's going to happen is AF is active foam, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my guess is based on the chemistry of that, the active foam has already eaten the S003 in the bottle. So I would toss it. Those are not two things I don't think you'd really want to mix.
It's not going to play super nice together because active foam is like made to break stuff down.
They're too different. And if you think about when you need to use active foam, it's usually when your car's dirty.
Yeah.
And you're not going to want to be spraying any SO3 on the surface when there's still dirt on the surface. So I would
That's the thing. Whichever one is winning in that fight, if the SO3 happens to be like, oh, the protection is actually working, it's not something you want mixed in with your soap.
No.
When you're trying to apply it to the vehicle, it's just going to counteract what you're trying to do.
Yeah, they're too different. It's probably not worth the, that's you just sacrifice.
I would say, Dane, two things. Reach out to Kosh, number one, ask him. Why not?
Yeah.
And number two, save, mix it up thoroughly and save a little bit and try it your next wash on your personal car. Because worst comes to worst, it doesn't work or it's on your personal car, then whatever,
The car's going to look like a cow with splotches of protection and then not. I mean, it could be fun to try on just like a, demo panel or something like that, but if I'm trusting a product to protect my car, I'm not sure I'm going to.
Well, and here's my issue is it's the 16 ounces into 16 ounces.
Yeah.
That's the issue. I think if it was a, 3-4 ounces of SO3, I'd be like, yeah, try it. But the 16 ounces, something is gonna fight each other there.
That's a lot.
Yeah. I'm
sorry, Kane.
That's a bummer, though.
Yeah. Not an ideal scenario. Jose says, buy a gallon of your favorite car soap at TRC, then head over to Fine Detailing for those squeezable press-alls.
It does have the squeezable press-alls. So yes, I did get to see that.
I love those press-alls. So, what do you think of the press-alls?
I'm not really a fan, but here's the deal. And I know when I said that, Carson wanted to buy mine, but they look nice. And for certain things, I do like them for doing paint prep before a coating, pre-spraying with a rinseless or something like that. But I'm not a fan for just general detailing. So interior cleaners, window cleaners, there's just too much coming out of that.
Okay.
Tip. There's too much coming out. And I just think they're heavy. For me, I'm a girl, I'm a wimp, and I'll totally own that. So they're not my favorite. I accidentally bought the big ones. I think I would like them more if I would have bought the small ones.
Okay.
But I do think they look really nice. So I like the way they look in my pictures and videos.
Yeah. Plus.
And yes, and I'm very into aesthetics, so I do really like them.
But functionality is kind of like hit
not my favorite.
And miss for you, a little bit of both.
Yeah, and I also think that for enthusiasts of something, I can totally see how everyone loves them. For me, detailer, I'm trying to be efficient, on the go, all of that. They're just not really grab and go, super easy, when you're really down in the nitty gritty working. Yeah. But I do think they look nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a fair assessment. Neil White saying, FYI, mechanics love working on clean cars. I've had times where my mechanic has charged me less for bringing him a clean car to work on.
Same.
Neil, that's actually pretty freaking cool. And also, don't give up that mechanic because that mechanic sounds great.
Well, and I also just think that when you take your car and clean it, I think it screams that you are aware that your car is nice and that you're expecting it to be nice and well. If you take in a dirty, mud-covered car, I think it gives the perception that you really don't care. And I could see where some people would, overlook stuff or rush. And so that's always been kind of, and maybe I got that from my parents, but it was you always take in a clean car, for that reason. I mean, one, you don't want them leaning across it, and two, they think you take better care of it.
It makes an impression, and whether or not it's clean determines whether or not it's a good impression.
Yeah. I love it when my customers bring their car in clean, too.
But you're a detailer.
Exactly.
What's that, Carson?
So Dane, here, it's something unfortunately we don't sell at theraccomoney.com, but great gift idea.
Sure, throw it out there.
I have my water in my wash bucket heated. We got this as a gift, but it is with a bucket heater. So if you have a detailer in your life, it warms your water in your bucket.
Yeah,
and so it's like a sous vide almost.
Yeah, exactly. They're about $20-$30 on Amazon.
Yeah.
But they're perfect, honestly. They're great. And then you can pair it. I have mine at home. I paired mine with a little, it's a toy ducky that has the temperature on it. It's really meant for, kids' bubble bath.
Yeah.
But it works just fine, and it tells me the exact temperature, so I don't reach my hand in there when it's 200 degrees.
That's good. Well, it would probably be bubbling at that point.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised.
We did actually accidentally leave one on here too long, but I carry mine in my suitcase with me.
Okay.
Because when I'm on the road, I'm on the road during these trainings, and I don't like to use cold water because my water in my shop is hot. Yeah. And so mine just stays in my suitcase now. Mm-hmm. And then I can heat my buckets of water and not have to
It kind of looks like a curling iron almost or something.
Yeah.
It's great.
And it's super small. You can totally travel with it. I love it.
Part of it, you feel a little weird the first time you use it because you're like, I just plugged something into a wall, and now I'm throwing it in a bucket of water?
Yeah.
That's almost like a bath toaster. Careful. But actually, it's fine. But as far as the whole thing works, it does well. And for those of you who are wondering, why would you want warm water? Think about being in the cold climates and stuff. Maybe you don't have a climate-controlled garage. Think of all the benefits, even if you don't have access to a large flow of hot water. Just making the water you're using warmer, it keeps stuff from freezing potentially.
And then also think about washing clothes in hot versus cold water. What do they get cleaner? Yeah. And then think about dishes. Mm-hmm. Do we wash our dishes in cold water?
Mixing your soap as well makes your soap a little bit easier.
Yeah. And it just keeps your hands from getting cold, especially this time of the year. But I like it to be warm all year just because, it really does cut through the grime and the grease easier, just like it does on, our dishes, for sure.
It just changes your wash experience, too. Yeah. It just makes it so much nicer. I'm telling you guys.
For sure.
Yeah. No, I definitely feel that.
There's nothing worse than sticking your hands in a cold bucket of water, especially in the winter.
It'll wake you right up.
Yeah.
It's kind of bougie, but once you do it, you'll never go back. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
All right, next up, I got a question for Carson here.
Uh-oh.
And I already know the answers to all these, but I'm going to let you take it.
Okay.
David Boyce asking, Carson, what color is your new BMW? Is it a manual? Is it a beige or a tan interior?
Okay.
Are your windows tinted? Are your plans to install a supercharger?
Oh my
Did
goodness.
Sydney have vegetables for Thanksgiving? Well, the point is he really wanted to ask that last question, but he had to throw us off the scent first by asking a boatload of BMW questions first.
Okay, so what color? It's Le Mans blue, so dark blue.
Le Mans.
Yeah, whatever. That. It is a automatic transmission since it is a daily driver. It is not a beige interior. It's not a tan interior. It is a gray interior.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. The windows are tinted, yes. Not crazy, but they're tinted. And then I'm not planning to install a supercharger. And then for the last question, I doubt it. But Sid, what do you think?
You would be wrong. I actually had green beans, potatoes, and corn. Three.
Holy smokes. 3. I am proud of you.
Yes. And I ate raw carrots with my ranch dip. So 4.
Okay.
Good job, Sid.
That counts. That certainly counts. Congrats, Sydney.
Holiday.
You had vegetables. Okay. Next up, Michael DeBlanc. Hello, my peeps of TRC. Turning in 18 after falling asleep on the sofa.
I think he means late.
Late.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, my brain was like, you're turning 18? I feel like you're older than that. Sorry, pal. Yes, and actually, this is a good point. I appreciate you saying that. You're falling asleep on the sofa.
Yes.
You can wake right up after these messages. We got a brief little break from our friends, and then we'll be right back after this. Hello, and welcome to the second half of Q&A Thursday here at the Rag Company, where we are well underway into the holiday season, but also the gift-giving season, and that's what today's show is kind of focused on. I'm trying to get us in the mood to figure out what's that last-minute gift idea you can throw towards a family member, a friend, whoever you're responsible giving gifts to this year. But if it's detailing related, we want to help you with it. So today I've got Sydney here at the desk with me, and I've got Carson over in the detail bay, hard at work, doing a great job on this well-loved RAV4. And Carson, if you wouldn't mind just giving people a little refresher on what all you've been doing to this RAV4 and what the deal with the products is, because actually you had some responsibility for that.
Yeah, so we just finished up with our contact wash using Armory Detail Supply Decon soap. We did a pre-foam with Decon soap, and then we hit it with a contact wash with Decon soap. And all of the hydrophobics that were on there from like a self-service car wash or something, completely gone, which is exactly what we want to see. So it stripped everything down. The paint is really, really flat, and so it's going to be a great candidate for a little bit of ceramic spray sealant. And so we'll showcase that off and then apply some Ghost. And if we have some time, we're going to knock out a few spots for Trim Plus. And there's a little scuff on the front there that we're going to try to knock out as well.
Sweet.
Yep.
No, love hearing that. All right. Well, hopefully that little scuff finds its way off that front bumper. But the rest of the car looks pretty dang good, I got to say. All right, man. Get to it. Okay, we are back in the comments. And by the way, I want to say to anybody and everybody watching right now, on the back end, there's been some weirdness with the internet going on today. So if we end things a little early today, I apologize, but it may just be for the best so we don't end up with a laggy show for you guys. So we'll work on that, and, it is what it is. But we will be here next week as well. We'll have one more show next week for our Q&A Live. And then there will be a 2-week hiatus while we deal with the holidays, both Christmas and New Year's, falling on Thursdays. Yeah. So you're not going to be getting a show either of those weeks. But after that, we will return in early mid-January. So make sure you're tuned into this one or the next one, because those are your chances to get those questions in. All right, moving along here. David Boy says, it would be cool if Sydney printed out vegetables on her 3D machine and make keychains for sale. I mean, you can do anything with it.
I could do that. I mean, if vegetables make me money, I'll do it.
You probably aren't gonna, because
probably not going to. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that like teal peas would really be like a selling, I don't know. I don't know that those would sell. So I probably won't do it. But I mean, if there was a market for it,
it's a thought. Molasses. What's Molasses saying here? I mean, it's responding to Neil.
Yeah, responding to Neil. 1474, I wish I could take my car to your mechanic. My dealer does not respect my dialed-in paint. I always get it back with swirls and scratches. Not from washing, but from touching and rubbing. Yeah, the touching and rubbing is...
a whole lot of fingerprints all over
You know what? Pack some fender defenders in your car and ask him to use them.
Fender defenders aren't complicated. Pretty straightforward. If they can't figure out how to use those, you might need to try going somewhere else. Joey here. What's Joey saying?
If you guys had to choose one item for a stocking stuffer, what would you choose?
Ooh.
The curveball.
I was about to say, like a Detail Factory brush is the perfect thing to go as a stocking stuffer.
Yeah.
It's substantial.
Yeah.
It's not going to break the bank in terms of expense, but it's enough that it feels like you really got something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think, Carson?
Ooh, that's a good question. For a stocking stuffer, I'm going to say an underrated one. It is a Detail Factory item. Detail Factory pick set.
Ooh.
Okay.
Interesting. I like that. Yeah, kind of right up there with their pry tools and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, those are cool.
So, fun fact, I did get my nail lady, my nail tech, a curveball for Christmas last year.
Yeah.
Because, they have these big brushes that they dust all the, they're filing your nails, all the dust all over your hands. And so she had this like kind of fluffy, cheap looking tangled up brush. And so I actually got her a curveball and took her a curveball, and it's great.
Did you get her like a specific color or anything? Or?
I think I got the pink and blue one.
Because there's some options, but that must be fun. So did she say she's still using it, likes it? Oh yeah. Okay.
I mean, because it's way nicer than the ones they get from the nail supply.
Oh, for sure.
So yeah.
And by the way, guys, I do want to have Glenn throw the website up one more time if we could, please, because this is early in the second half, and I want to remind everybody watching that there are great deals on bundles going on for those last-minute gift ideas. Give the gift a shine. We got Santa with the Khmer ho-ho. We've got auto detailing gift kits. That's right. So if you head over to theradcompany.com, you can see all these different kits with huge markdowns on them, using a lot of the products you've actually seen in action today. Carson built in particular, the ADS wheel kit, which is very cool, among other things. So if you see some stuff today that you're like, hey, I want to do that to my car, you could do it with one of these bundles here. But it is nice because it takes some of the guesswork out of piecing some stuff together. If you are a little less, detailing knowledgeable and you're just figuring this stuff out, I'd hope you found yourself here at the Q&A and you got good questions and you're trying to figure all that. That's great. That's what we're trying to do here. But these bundles should be a good way to kind of get you on your way. Yeah. So anyway, just wanted to make sure that everybody's aware of that. And the cutoff for shipping is coming up in just a few days. So, there to remind you. All right, moving along. I was also going to say, in response to Belinsky's question here, one more item that I think would make a great stocking stuffer, except if you did it, you literally wouldn't be able to put anything else in the stocking, would be the smaller roll of Rip and Rags.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the one where it's actually like a paper towel roll size roll. Yeah. That would be good. That would fit in one large stocking. Yeah. Not much else would after that.
Another good one is the mini air blaster. Right, that would fit in a stocking, and that would be such a great one for somebody to, if they have an air compressor, hook it up, blow out their car. I mean, there's nothing like vacuuming your car with, one of the ultra air blasters. So, whichever one you choose, but the mini one would be a great gift for, enthusiasts, your uncles, dads, brothers.
Oh, it's awesome.
Even your wife. I mean, I love a good air blaster.
And that would leave room in the stocking for other stuff. Totally. So, great idea. All right, next up... Neil, I just avoid dealerships. Okay.
Yeah, me too. Mainly, but I avoid them because I don't want car repairs.
Well, that's fair. Dan Pfeiffer here saying BrakeBuster 1-to-1 is the only way to go.
Are we talking about in a foam cannon?
I think he may be referring to the foam cannon.
Okay.
Possibly.
Cool. Yeah, you don't want to dilute it in your bottle, but yes. But there is a lot of people. So Jose says.
Jose says he does the foam cannoning BrakeBuster as well.
Yeah, I think Joey Belinsky does too. I don't know.
Just blowing through it.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, I have like 5s laying around of BrakeBuster, and I've just never tried that. But
yeah. And actually, I see another comment further ahead where somebody says, "I'm glad you mentioned the Fender Defender." Another great stocking stuffer.
Oh yeah.
Super affordable, awesome little thing. Anybody can benefit from it, whether the detailing or not. It's just a nice to have.
Yeah.
All right. We got Ronnie out here. Ron is saying, truth in that, my mechanic shop loves working on my vehicles because the engine bays are always clean.
Yes.
That is something that I'm sure many a mechanic love when they're like, oh, this one's not going to get me all covered in grease? Yeah. Awesome. Right. Too bad about the other dozen I have to work on today.
Yeah.
We got Silly Goose, that's Megan, saying creative uses for BrakeBuster? ? I accidentally ordered 2 gallons during the sale. Accidentally 2 gallons? Megan,
well, apparently, Megan, you could take a page out of everyone else's book here today and put it in a foam cannon.
Yeah, I think 2 gallons would go pretty quick.
I think that'll
if you're
probably
doing
go pretty quick. But honestly, I go through 2 gallons pretty darn quick. But you can also use it to clean your engine bay. It's actually a great engine bay cleaner. You can also use it to pre-treat your lowers, as long as you're going to be working pretty quick. I've totally been known to use it on the salt on the roads. But I would say engine bays. And then the other thing it's really good for is WeatherTech floor mats.
Ooh.
Like rubber floor mats. It's a great...
I exclusively buy those for my cars because I just love how they have the laser cut and they fit over the edge. So it's like it gets everything. Yeah. Stuff doesn't escape them. It's perfect.
Yep. So
WeatherTech for the
engines,
win on
WeatherTechs, undercarriage, put it in a foam cannon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you really can't go wrong.
I'm kidding.
David Boyce, Sydney. How much are the press-all bottles? Would love to have some red ones.
You know what would be a fun game to do? Would be like, the Price is Right. Because here's me, and I could not tell you the price of a single thing on the market.
Okay.
Could not tell you how much a Buff and Shine pad is. I could not tell you how much a Liquidator is.
Just hit you with the Price is Right rules.
Yeah, I have no idea how much stuff costs. I just know that the press-all bottles were expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say, if I had to guess, Carson can correct me if I'm wrong, I think they're around, what, $25 a piece? 20?
They're 13.
Oh.
Well, when it comes to consumer advice, we really hit the mark.
So I don't know. Apparently they're $13, and red ones could be interesting. You'd have to make sure they were labeled right so you knew what was in them.
Yeah. just to be safe.
I think that is my favorite thing of the Press-All bottles, though, is the labels. Like the OG labels look amazing. Ryan made his own labels, but then Armor details are like the bomb. Their labels look so good.
And Ryan here throwing the hearts at you. Thank you for mentioning. Then we got Neil here responding, having/owning a clean vehicle tells the mechanic that you're not a troglodyte and therefore you'll get special treatment.
Exactly.
Look at that. People gaming the system by just doing better. Okay, DIY with Kane. A big thank you to your packing and warehouse team. Products show up on time, very well packed. Things aren't broken and they aren't linking. This is so appreciated.
That's awesome.
Kane, I'm really happy to hear that. Our team works extremely hard. They are our crew. They do the thing, and they do it well. So huge shout out. You know what? I'm going to clap for them. I think they deserve.
They're the best.
I think that's well worth it.
That's the pros of having your own packing team,
Yeah, no, it really does pay off. So I'm so happy that those guys are doing an excellent job, and it shows in the result. Okay, so Joey, what's Joey saying? Brake Buster straight in a foam cannon acts more like a wheel soap, if that's a thing. Perfect for maintenance washing.
Interesting.
How do you feel about that, Sydney? You're kind of...
I thought it was a wheel soap to begin with.
Well,
but perfect.
Yeah, it acts like the thing it is.
Yeah, I love that.
High alkaline. All right. Silly Goose, that's Megan. Yep. Thanks for the answers to the nail question, Sydney. Love the detailing metaphor.
Yes.
Oh, sweet.
Yes.
Okay, so we both win at that. I mean, you carried it, obviously. The whole thing is yours.
Yeah, no, it's totally such a good point. Yeah, no, it's such a good point.
And we got Ron here. I have a small foam gun that came with my Ryobi pressure washer I use just for that purpose.
That makes sense.
Okay, yeah. All right. And then Joey saying stay ahead of the game, Ron. And then we've got more. A lot of people could talk it back and forth. Clearly, I need to find a better mechanic, says Molasses. Car's new and under warranty, though, so sometimes you just gotta. Yeah, if you have a warranty, you're kind of stuck with the place you got the warranty from.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
I guess I would be concerned if I had a car that was under warranty, though, and was needing that much work.
Well, sometimes you love a vehicle in spite of its flaws.
Yeah.
Just like you love a person in spite of theirs.
True. Jeez. It's so true, Dave.
It's so dark.
It's just real. Stephen Germanakos, I have very much enjoyed the talk about polymer, hybrid, and surfactant no-rinses. Is Optimum No-Rinse Hyperfoam a hybrid? How is it in a bucket wash?
Oof.
What do you think, Carson?
That's
that's beyond you.
Where's Anthony when you need him?
I know.
That is one that Anthony would definitely take on.
Totally wrong on this, but I am going to have to say I do not know, I think that it is going to be a hybrid. Because to be able to get a polymer cannot foam.
Yeah, the polymer is not going to do it.
So I'm just going to guess that it's a hybrid with surfactant in it because of the foaming action. I could be totally wrong, so
I'm inclined to agree with you, but then again, I'm operating with the same level of knowledge about it.
I mean, I'm going off of like just my knowledge base. If there's some new polymer that Dr. G found that I'm just not aware of yet, but my guess is it's because I know that like a surfactant based no rinse you can foam.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm guessing it's a hybrid.
To be fair, I mean, we throw these out there. Sometimes there's going to be questions that we just don't have the particular answer to among, our brain trust. But there is always going to be somebody out there in the comments who can help. And I'm not going to pretend that I know something that I don't know. Yeah. So in the case of this, that is about as good an answer as you can hope for from us. But just speaking from personal experience, I'm really into the polymer no rinses. Surfactant ones just don't do it for me. And I know you're laughing because you're like, Dane, when was the last time you washed a car at all? But it's like when you do the rinseless wash, I've always found that
I've
O&R
seen you wash
was
a car a couple times this year.
But O&R was my go-to. I love having a polymer style rinseless because I don't want the foaming and sudsing and all that stuff. Yeah. If I already know the product is doing what it needs to, I don't need that visual cue that it's doing it because I trust it. I know it's going to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know, Carson, what do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. My rinseless of choice has got to be Hero and Absolute. I mean, Absolute, of course, is polymer based as well. So it's very slick. That's what I use. But I typically I like to use everything as a waterless wash more than anything, just because rinseless is relatively cheap in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
So I'd much rather have more lubrication than less.
Yeah.
So
Have you ever used it in a bucket? I have not.
What's that?
The hyperfoam.
No.
Yeah, neither have I.
No.
And I really, like, that's not to knock the product and say that it's not good or whatever.
Right.
It's just, it's a personal preference thing. So for somebody who is, it exists for the person who's like, I want to do rinseless washing, but I hate that the rinseless washes that I see that people like
They want a foam
don't have suds. I want foam.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, here's a strange middle ground that'll make you happy.
Yeah.
Doing the rinseless thing while still having foam, but not being a full-on like surfactant-based soap or something.
Right.
Here's that kind of in between, and it does that. It does do that, and I've seen it used many times on the show when the guys wash the car. Car turns out just as clean as any other method. With the right technique, you can do it. Certainly.
Dr. G is super smart too.
Yeah. No. I mean, talking about the guy who's responsible for modern day clear coat, among other things. So yeah, he knows his stuff.
Yeah.
But no, I just think it's one of those things that exists to satisfy a niche, but how many people fulfill that niche is bigger question.
Yeah.
I think for a lot of people, they just go either the polymer rinseless or they go with the soap. Otherwise, the middle ground is just there for somebody who just likes to be different.
Yep.
All right, we got Neil here. Let's pop up Neil responding to Molasses. Well, since it's under warranty, keep going to the dealership. You can always put a giant sign in the driver's seat that reads, "Do not wash this car or else."
There you go.
Yep.
Or else. Hit him with the or else.
Exactly.
Yeah, and make them really wonder if they want to find out
Yeah.
what or else means.
Yeah.
I will say, working at a dealership for almost 2 years, little life hack when working at a dealership: the more you complain, the more you get. And so take that information.
You make their life difficult and they hand you things. Is that basically rewarded for?
I would never say that. I would never say that.
You're being rewarded for being obnoxious, but unfortunately, that is the way it seems like.
Yeah.
The only way to get something out of some companies these days is to do that.
Yeah.
And I feel bad about that. I feel like, if somebody is really cool, I would want to reward that behavior rather than somebody being just over the top,
Unfortunately,
but I
it's not
understand.
right.
Everybody's situation is different. And having done customer service for a very long period of my life, I've definitely seen all types. But at the end, you always want to accommodate.
Yep.
And it can be a challenge sometimes, to say the least. All right, Neil here. I don't think Carson sprayed enough foam on that vehicle.
Foam rinse foam, baby.
May or may not be dripping with sarcasm. All right, Ron. I use my old rinseless sponges for cleaning door jams. Oh,
Nice.
you can definitely do that, Ron.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. We've got GM Car Care saying, I'm looking forward to TR SEMA 2026. As you should, GM Car Care. That is an excellent point. Carson said, behind the scenes, we've been already hard at work on TR SEMA 2026. A ton of pre-production has to take place before the show happens. The show may be live, but it doesn't happen without basically years worth of work ahead of time. Like, we have meetings about this pretty consistently, and Glenn, who's working behind the switches today, knows full well she is producing an insanely cool halftime show that I think you guys are really going to enjoy.
There's that, and there's also like stuff that like Sydney's doing this year that you guys will never see, like our dinners that are so well planned out that, unfortunately, you guys will never get the chance to see that, but she's been putting in so much effort. So shout out to everybody that's been working on it. Yeah. And Gabe too. We got to give love to Gabe.
It's going to be a good time.
Unfortunately.
You gotta.
All
right.
Unfortunately.
Joey is also saying TR SEMA 2026 is going to be something to behold. Yes.
Sure.
So, mark it on your calendar. Happens very end of March, very beginning of April, right in that crossover threshold. That's where you're going to find the show. And it's going to be awesome. March 30th is going to be this time around start date. So check that out when it becomes live. Yeah. All right. We got David Boyce. Hey, Carson, let's see you use the Rag Company wheel and body brush on that car panel.
David, we did this last time. Why do you ask me this?
Also, he's a little late to it because you're
We're
already at the stage of applying protection. Like, it's way too late to do that.
Yeah. No, it's a great brush. I mean, I used I don't know if it makes you feel better, but earlier in this stream we used the Ultra body brush.
Oh yeah.
On the engine bay.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty much the same fibers. And so you can kind of rewind and watch that, and used it in the engine bay. So kind of see what that is looking like. Mm-hmm. But remind us next time. We'll do it.
All right. Then we got Angry Monkey here saying, I think it may be catching. I also washed my Tesla, and the Tesla T emblems are really sharp.
Yeah.
Not surprised to hear that. Teslas do have a lot of sharp corners on them. Just ask Cybertruck owners. I will be more careful. Thanks for the help.
Cool.
All right. Perfect. Well, it was just one of those things that when the way you said it kind of made us wonder. Yeah. So we were trying to figure out, like, how is this sponge actually being damaged? Because there's not too many things that'll do that, really.
Right.
All right. So next up, Juice Free popping in saying, you guys should make certified dealer tags or detailer tags. I had the phrase dealer tag stuck in my head because it's just a common phrase, but I don't know. I feel like detailers, in terms of respect given to labels and titles and stuff like that,
then you'd have to certify them.
Then you'd actually have to certify them. I mean, what's to stop somebody from just going out and doing their own one? Can't stop them, but at least you can, point to, I took these classes, I did this stuff, and somebody there would be able to back you up and say, yes, you did on this date.
Yeah.
But if you're just making stuff up, then, I mean, a little tougher.
Yep.
Joey here also pointing out Stout certified dog tags. Joey is certainly Stout certified.
That's hilarious.
He does not want to forget it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. Joey's saying, Kane, wash your trash bins with it, see what happens.
Is that like Brake Buster?
I'm not sure if he's referring to Brake Buster or what. I must have missed something.
I could get behind foaming my trash can with the Brake Buster and the foam cannon.
I've seen the inside of my trash can, like soda spills and stuff. It's nasty.
I could
newspaper.
maybe do that.
Yeah, no, definitely could use a good cleaning with, high alkaline soap would be great. Juice Free. Now, since you guys own Detail Factory, can we get a Detail Factory toothbrush? By the way, it's Detail Factory, not Detailed Factory. But that's just a small note. You want a toothbrush. I feel like they'll make a lot of brushes, but
I don't think
not a toothbrush. Probably not. Unless it's like the teeth on a gear and you're cleaning in the engine bay or something.
What about cheaper prices? How about that?
Yeah. How about more affordability? That sounds good. And then he has to throw out TRC underwear. Of course you do, buddy.
Underwear.
You're always
Still
trying.
wants that apron too.
Still trying for the apron, I'm sure, with the clay pouch. I remember.
Well, the other day on the boys podcast, he wanted purple pads.
Oh, okay. So he's adding more things.
He likes to, in a
Juice,
perfect world.
I appreciate that you're keeping it fresh.
Yes.
Demo here saying hello, Dane and Sydney. Right back at you, Demo. Happy to have you here, sir. And then I need a T-shirt with Sydney on it that includes, here's the deal.
Oh, man. And then Joey. Just a blank, like fill it in.
Oh, boy. Yeah. And then we end up with a toothpaste. Okay, guys. I'm looking for detailing questions here. So it can be added to detail. Okay, fine detail. Brake Buster is so affordable, and I use the Griot's cannon with the metering tip so it auto dilutes for me.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, here goes Ryan getting fancy with it.
Ryan with his Griot's foam cannon.
Ryan is fancy, but I think that's why I like him so much, because he's a little bit bougie like myself.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fun. All right. And then we've got more comments back and forth. Let's see. We got one here for Sydney. Let's pop that up. Sydney, take it away.
Hey, Sydney. It's been officially 1 year since Matt and the detail shop coated my Tundra in Stout. I'm taking it to the Bay St. Louis tomorrow, and now that finals are over, finally. Very cool. I can't wait to see how it goes. We've been following his journey. So he actually got Stout on his truck right before Stout came out. So he was kind of in the testing phase, or not testing phase, but kind of like pre-release phase. So we knew we had the final product and loved it, but he definitely has been kind of monitoring for us. And I got to work on the Tundra when I went back to St. Louis this year, which was super cool. And it's an older Tundra, so it was really cool to see it be put on, and by older, I mean, maybe it was like a 2012, I'm not sure. But, not a brand new one. And I mean, it looked amazing and it was performing amazing even when I saw it. So hopefully it is still in great condition.
All right. Glad to hear that. And, next up, we've got David Boyce. Haha, Dane uses a curling iron and loves acrylic nail polish. Oh, Danimal, you sly dog. Just can't win with this guy. No. All right. We got Joey saying that we pay Carson too much. Oh. And we've got...
I'm getting paid?
Oh, no, you're not supposed to hear that. Stair kicking Stonehead, and we need TRC mugs with the crew faces as well. Yeah, like a collector set.
I am getting some good ideas off of this show for the TRCMA, the goodie bag.
Yeah, you can actually put some good fun ideas in there.
Yeah.
Got to catch them all. All right. So, yeah, we're getting a lot of comments here that these are the shirts they should be wearing at TRCMA.
Yeah.
How far behind
Here's the deal.
That's okay, page 4. On to page 3. Here we go. Bam. Will keeping my detailing products, that is shampoos, detailing sprays, wheel cleaners, etc., in my cold garage during the winter ruin them? I live in the Midwest, so we get harsh winters. Yes, you do.
Yeah, so possibly. So it depends on how insulated your garage is. And so say if it's like, 22 degrees outside, what is it in your garage? Is it the same? So if it's below freezing for any good amount of time, there's a very good chance that your detailing products will freeze. So if they do freeze, all products are meant to go through, or not meant, but are usually, secure through a few freeze-thaw cycles. The unfortunate part is those usually happen during shipping. So it's kind of like a cat with 9 lives, but that's usually expired by the time they get to you, especially if ordering during this time of the year. And so if it actually is below freezing in your garage, like below freezing, I would move the chemicals indoors, because they are not meant to go through freeze thaw cycles. So, just depending on how insulated your garage is, but if your garage stays like above, 36 to 40, you're probably fine. Yeah. I would also keep them closer to the house versus closer to the garage door. Obviously near the garage door is where the most of the air gets in. So closer to the house, it's going to have probably a little bit of varying degrees if your garage is not insulated. So keep them closer to the house. And yeah, maybe try to bring them inside if your garage really gets that cold. Just make sure they're not freezing. As long as they are not physically freezing, they're fine.
Okay. No, that sounds pretty fair.
We could go with the dog method and be like, if you're cold, they're cold.
Yeah. Bring them inside.
We made a short form last year, Sid. I don't know if you remember that, and you said that.
Did I? Oh, I did. I did. We threw it in the snow, right?
Yep.
Because I worry about that.
Oh, man.
I forgot about that.
Oh,
hilarious.
Next up, Jeremy Alf. Now that it's been 1 year since Stout application, what would be a good decon wash protocol? Crystal wash, then frostbite, then Pearl auto shampoo?
Yeah, so you could do that. I would definitely do the crystal wash, the frostbite. For me, I say this all the time. My favorite wash is to crystal wash, frostbite, radiance, especially on top of a coating. It just makes you feel like it's day one all over again. But if you don't have radiance, Pearl's going to work out just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Then I've got Eric here. What's Eric saying?
I am loving the Ghost so far. When needing to reapply, how thorough does the prep need to be compared to the initial application?
Not very much.
Yeah, I think you're kind of wanting it to build on top of each other, right? So I think you're pretty good. As long as you're putting it on top of itself, it's going to be fine. It's just if there's been anything else sprayed in the meantime, but you obviously want to clean them, but then it should just reattach to itself, so you should be fine.
Yeah.
That sounds fair. Next up, I've got James Black here. James Black says, huge shout out to Sydney. She is legit so helpful. She helped me with so many questions about my first polish on my Pop's truck. Just brought some undress to try. Love the Express and Rehab too.
Nice. Well, that is super awesome, James. Thanks for checking in, and you are going to love the undressed.
That's fun. Well, that's a good combo, and Rehab smells so good.
Yeah.
All right, we got Alessio here. What's Alessio saying?
Okay, so besides my car getting coated, what would you guys recommend on a first coating I could get as a beginner to coat someone else's car? So I think that, years ago we probably had different answers to this where we would always tell people to start with a starter coating. But honestly, where coatings have come is even the pro level coatings are pretty easy to apply. That, I really like the pro level coatings, but, I think probably if you really wanted to do a beginner coat on someone else's car, I would go with Phobic from ADS.
Oh, yeah.
And the reason that I say that, so Phobic can be used in a couple different ways. You can use it as a spray, but I would use it in the traditional form. So I would put it on an applicator, try to apply it like we do a normal coating just to get the feel and speed and temperament of doing a coating. And then maybe use it as a spray on the wheels or something. But I would do, because you really can't mess up Phobic. So I would probably do that as a beginner, but I also would not be afraid of the pro level coatings now. I think if you watch the manufacturer's videos and their install tips, not really too much can go wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, but Phobic would be my official answer.
Not too bad. All right. I never quite know to call this one success, or we'll just go with success. Saying, hi everyone, does Crystal Wash work well with rinseless wash? If so, what's the right process? Should I pre-rinse with diluted APC or just rinseless, then do the contact wash? Thanks.
So I do this every single day. So my process is when the car is dry and it first gets there, I spray it with Crystal Wash, let it dry, right? So I usually spray it with Crystal Wash and then I go set up all my buckets and, kind of do my last minute things. It's maybe like a 10-minute process. I am working indoors. So I spray it with Crystal Wash, let Crystal Wash do its thing. And then if the car's not too dirty, I go straight in with my rinseless wash with the bucket, my sponge, my USS. If I feel like it's kind of dirty, then I use a keg sprayer. So then I'll spray Absolute on the surface with my keg sprayer, or you could use an IK or just, a hand sprayer if that's all you have. And then I just do my rinseless contact wash. So usually if I'm using Crystal Wash, though, I don't use an APC. You certainly could. But if I'm at a point where I'm needing to use an APC, so say there's like mud and dirt and buildup all along like the lower third, I would probably pre-pressure wash that first off before I even do my Crystal Wash. Then I would spray Crystal Wash everywhere, and then I would hit those lower thirds with an APC.
Now, next up, we've got Juice Free saying purple one-step waffle edge guard.
That's what he asked for. He wants the purple one-step waffle edge guard.
Whenever something doesn't exist, that's what Juice wants. If something already exists, he's less interested.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for him one day to ask for something that is made that we can go, I know exactly where you can get that.
Oh, man. Okay, next up, I've got James Black here saying, now my question, can TRC do a 30 to 70% sale to just me? I need some stuff. Let's not think about it. Just say yes, and let's get this ball rolling. I love the ambition and the attitude, James. I'm afraid I'm going to have to counter with a, no, you're going to get the same deals everybody else does, but don't stop believing, don't stop trying. I like the hustle. Keep at it. All right. And by the way, that's actually a great segue to mention once again that on theradcompany.com, you can find holiday bundles there ready to go for whatever holiday stocking stuffer needs, anything like that you may need to get for somebody this year. That goes for people who know how to detail and those who don't, because they're bundles. So they already include everything you need with them. And you just follow along. Next up, look at that. Nice close work with Carson. Love it. Gonna see if you can knock out that bit of transfer on there.
Nice.
Sweet.
Hour
While
2,
he's doing
time
that.
to get super weird. Yeah.
I mean, we're trying to run a show here. We'll see how it goes. Dark Dragon. Hello. I missed it. What was the status of the Color Burst restock in the 1500 Color Burst release? So regarding that stuff, I know that there is a bit of a holdup, a bit of a little going on with that. But as far as details, I don't have them specifically. I know that may be something that Anthony's helping work on back there. But as far as a timeline, I unfortunately do not have one for you yet. However, we will let everybody know as soon as they can get their mitts on those. They're wonderful holiday-themed mitts. All right, next up, I've got Ron a Yacht here. Hans, say the name 2 times and he will appear, just like in the movie Beetlejuice.
Yep.
And Hans is scared to do that. All right, we're all over the place. Let's see. Oh, Hans wants to buy 3D printed things from Sydney. Sydney, are you considering opening a side hustle, a side business of just making random 3D printed things for people?
Maybe. So last week I printed a Nike Air Jordan pen holder.
Oh.
And it literally, it could not have more looked like a real shoe. Like, the detail was absolutely crazy. And it was literally this big. And it took 36 hours to print.
Holy smokes.
It was crazy, but it turned out so good. So those I would probably do for $200.
Dang. I mean,
it took forever.
That's a lot of time. That's a lot of material, so I get it.
No, but I am having a good time with it and making cool stuff. And I don't know that I'll
see how far you make it before cease and desist winds up in your mailbox.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. Next up, I've got, oh gosh, David Boyce again here. Absolutely, we would buy 3D printed veggies, keychains. They're fun. Just don't let Anthony eat them. Oh wait, how about 3D printed gummies for Anthony? I would say 3D printed gummies are about the consistency that Anthony likes. He likes his gummies rock hard, which to me defeats the entire purpose of a gummy.
Yeah, totally.
It shouldn't be called a gummy at that point.
That's called a lifesaver.
That's just a lifesaver. That's a Hardy, not a gummy.
Yeah.
Ay. All right, so
Too funny.
Now, Ryan here saying Jose was not paid for that plug.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah, what the heck? A lot of love. All right, Kevin here. Kevin mentioning, I'm glad you mentioned the Fender Defender. Keep forgetting to ask, what is the best way to wash them? Could they have been washed with a regular laundry or stick to washing them with microfiber towels? They are more or less kind of a micro suede, a knit microfiber type material. So they are in fact microfiber. I would recommend washing them like your other microfiber. Yeah. Make sure it doesn't get mixed in with your regular cotton towels. I just don't think that it's going to like that as much.
Yeah, no.
Not that it is meant to be like super absorbent or anything, but it's just there to protect the surface that you put it over, and you want to keep it looking its best too.
Yeah, I wash mine with my drying towels load.
All right. That is a good call. Okay. We're moving up the line past all this talk of...
Good call, Carson. I was going to say that, but I didn't want to interfere.
Great work, Carson. That's looking real nice. That must have been really surface level.
I didn't know if that was going to work or not, because typically I hit it with heavy cut and it didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Typically heavy cut with a blue pad would take that off, but we got it. Well, let me polish
So what
it up.
was the secret there then?
Secret sauce on that was a little bit of Ulex.
Ah, should have known.
So I'm such a big fan of Ulex, and here's like a funny story from this weekend. I was at Ryan's, obviously, and so we're doing the training out in the training studio, and then there's the store. So I walked into the store. There was a gentleman in there. So I was like, "Can I help you?" And he said, he was a detailer, local, and he goes, "I'm here to get a clay towel." And I go, "Okay." And I said, and it was kind of like weird. You're like, "Okay," and he didn't really know anything about it. And I said, "Okay, what are you going to do with it?" Because he goes, "Do I need the scrubber or the towel?" And I said, "What are you going to do with it?" And he said, "I need to remove adhesive from wrap." And I was like, no. And so he said, "Tesla." And I go, "Is it black?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I go, "No, we're not going to use a clay towel to remove adhesive." And he was adamant that that was what he was going to do. And so I took him over to the Ulex, and I'm doing a PNS training, right? I take him over to the Ulex and I go, "This is what you need. Like, this is going to get the job done." And mind you, the towel was like $30 and Ulex I think is $36, even though I just said I don't know any prices. And so I'm like, no, you need the Ulex. And I'm telling him all this and he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, dude, I use so much Ulex, it's not even funny. And he's like, yeah, I don't know. And then I was like, sir, I am standing here in a P&S shirt and I'm telling you this product is my favorite, most used product ever. And he's like, yeah, I think I'm just going to go with the clay. And I was like, oh my gosh.
You can lead a horse to water.
It was killing me. And so he bought the clay towel. I don't know what happened to him, but anyway.
Well, I'm willing to bet it didn't work out the way he hoped.
But I was like, come on, the Ulex, it solves all my problems.
Okay, well, it happens. And at the same time, that's another customer service thing. Sometimes in customer service, the customer is wrong.
Yeah.
I know the phrase is they're always right, but that was not necessarily true.
Yeah.
So in the case of these things, sometimes they are just hell-bent on doing the thing, even if that thing is wrong and you know it's wrong and it's not going to work out the way they want.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to let them do it because they're not going to give you any other option. And at that point, it's not your decision to make, but all I know is they better not come back blaming you.
Right, exactly.
You didn't make them do that.
No, I kept going like,
I
kept saying like, that clay towel is not going to do you any favors when it hits adhesive, but
not
okay.
so much. All right. We've got comment here. I started out Breakbuster in the foam cannon at 1-to-1, now switching to using it at 4-to-1 in the IK foamer, and give the tires a nice coat with it, neat as well as pre-treating my brushes. Okay.
Yeah, I use it 4-to-1 in the IK foamer. Yep.
Yes. And then just to make matters more confusing, ADS popping in the chat here saying press-alls are $22.
Are those ADS labeled ones?
Oh my goodness.
Probably the ADS labeled ones.
Bradley's got a markup on them.
I thought they were more, it's like his bucket system. Okay, I'm totally giving him a hard time there. Totally giving him a hard time. I love the bucket system.
And
I think he's right. I think he's 100% right.
Dan here with an Arrested Development quote. What's a gallon of milk cost,
like
Michael?
$30?
Like $30?
Yeah.
What's a banana cost, Michael?
Yeah.
Like $10?
Yeah.
Go and see a Star Wars.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, we've got... Yeah, we're getting more comments that press-alls are $22 from Lucas now.
I thought they were more expensive.
Oh, no.
Some
now
of us-
ADS is calling out saying Carson's getting that homie hookup.
I was going to say, some of us don't have the full send
Wow,
code.
I think you might have accidentally outed yourself, bro.
Yeah.
You think that Uncle Matt is giving me any discounts?
Well,
actually,
he must
no,
be
that
at
can't be right.
$13.
No, Matt doesn't give anybody
Yeah,
discounts.
I'm pretty sure I paid $22 for each of mine because I was thinking I paid like $75 for 3 of them.
Said you paid, I will assure you, you paid less than $13.
Oh, man.
I wasn't going to say anything more than that.
Okay, I'll be quiet now.
Right. So Juice Free is asking me, do I get the WeatherTechs, like the floor mats? Yes, I do get WeatherTech brand floor mats for any car I get since like 4 or 5 cars ago. Yeah, that's a thing. And he goes, do you actually get the factory all-weather mats? I mean, yeah, sometimes the cars, because I usually buy used cars, they'll come with whatever somebody had in them. A lot of times they'll have whatever the factory like carpeted mats are underneath, which may look nice if it's like a more luxury-oriented car like the Jags were or something. But for me, it's just, I want something that if it's going to get dirty, I don't want to have to sit there and like pick stuff out of it.
Yeah.
Just get the nice WeatherTechs. I mean, yeah, the material's plasticky and hard, but it is so perfectly fit to each vehicle, at least those newer vehicles, that it works really, really well at catching basically anything and everything that could wind up down there.
I think the only car I've ever bought the factory mats was the Subaru, my son's Subaru.
Okay.
The
Subaru knows floor mats
I
pretty
feel like
well,
their
though.
floor mats are nice.
They're pretty decent.
So I did buy the Subaru ones.
Yeah.
They're
I get
very
that.
nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would know, Mr. Subaru. Okay, so next up, we've got... Okay, this is more back and forth commentary. Let's find some actual comments here. I know there's a bunch. Alex here saying, I assert dominance in the straight foam cannon Breakbuster. No other Canadian would even try.
I got another shot there for you.
Then Kevin says, the price for a press-all is pretty in line with IK, especially if you get them on sale. Okay, noted.
I did find another side swipe, just a little bit.
Another side swipe.
Yeah.
Then
Did you hit it
everybody
with
starts
Ulex
wondering where
first?
Carson's getting these $13 press-alls.
I know, right?
Okay, guys. Okay. Yeah, calm down.
Carson
They're
knows
really
we both
curious
paid
now.
$13.
We didn't pay $13, Sid.
Yes. Sorry about all the throat clearing, guys. I'm working on it. David Boyce. I've used all of these foaming brinceless. Fusion, DIY, Loki, and ONR foaming. They all did the job satisfactorily using my detail cake.
Cool.
Yeah, your foaming detail cake.
Man, I do love my detail cake.
Yeah, no, I know there's a ton of love for those things. People really enjoy them. So yeah, no, if you're enjoying using a foaming style of rinseless, then yeah, have at it, man. Certainly not going to stop you here. All right, next up, okay, a whole bunch of unrelated comments. Looking here. Okay, Ricardo here, very excited that he was actually able to catch a live.
Nice.
Ricardo, I appreciate you popping in the chat.
Welcome.
Ryan countering Carson saying, acting like you're not OG spec, Carson.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm very OG spec. That's why I pay $26 for press-offs.
All right. So we're getting a lot of back and forth here.
would
Dan
never.
is particularly sensitive to Sydney calling cars that are from 2012 old.
Hey, they're not old.
Well, apparently, I think it was in the Tundra talk. He said something about old.
oh,
and
well,
then
I meant older.
Yeah, well, you know,
I
mean,
am older, but I own a 2004.
Car's old enough to go see a PG-13
yeah,
movie.
Yeah, I
So-
own a 2004. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
All right. And then David Boyce teasing because he loves. Thanks, buddy. All right. Now, Alex here saying, did Gabe teach Carson all of his fantastic detailing methods? Because that Toyota looks amazing.
Really? You're going to give him credit for that?
He's complimenting all your work, but all the credit is going to Gabe, apparently.
That's such a
Man.
backhanded compliment.
Carson can't even own his own work.
Here's the fun thing, though, is Gabe learned everything from me.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, so ultimately, this all goes back to Sydney.
I learned this from watching all the videos of the Rag Company YouTube
Nice.
channel.
He
Very
was one of you guys
He's
in the
YouTube
chat
certified.
for the longest
Look
time.
Gabe didn't hear what I said. Gabe, I said out loud that I taught you everything you know.
Love that.
That is not true.
Oh, boy. All right. So Kevin here responding to Mac Bergson.
Gabriel,
I
get
don't
outta
want to
here.
promote
Go home.
other companies, but since TRC doesn't sell Pressall, Detailed Image sells Pressall with quantity discount and frequent 20 to 25% off sales, and Fine Detailing also sells Pressall. Yeah, absolutely. You know what? I reserve the right to say you can mention other brands here. Sure. Just depends on the circumstances, the context. It's fine. You know, we're not going to be overly picky about it. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have to repeat this.
Okay. Gabe's asking me a question.
Everything that I know. Who taught Carson how to price things?
Matt,
Yeah. So he said if I taught Carson, or if I taught Gabe everything he knows, who taught Carson how to price things? And that was Carson answered Matt. I don't think Matt taught you, Carson. I think there's a glitch in the system.
there is a glitch in the matrix, yeah.
Yes.
There we go. Okay. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. Ricardo here as Gabe derails the entire show, and I'm trying to keep us on detailing related content
Like
as
normal.
it were. Asking me, were the Color Burst Liquidators a limited time thing, or will they be available again at some point? Yes, they will be available again. That is something that is just being worked on here. There's just a little bit of a shuffle that's going on right now with that stuff, but we want to make sure we can actually, get you guys what you need, but it may be a minute, and just know we will notify people once those actually become available. All right. And if you're not sure if you're going to get notified, you can always pay attention to our social media. We're on all the major platforms, but you can also go to theredcompany.com, use the newsletter sign up, and they'll definitely make a post about it when they go live as well. Okay, Kevin, what's Kevin saying?
He says, I have about 1/3 of a bottle of ADS Phobic left. I already coated my car twice and my friend's and family car. Any household uses? I've opened it about 3 months ago, so the clock is ticking. So I always enjoy coating my countertops. I have quartz countertops, so I do put coating on those, twice a year, just because that definitely you're washing it using harsh chemicals, all sorts of stuff. So I like to keep mine coated. You can also coat your stainless steel. So if you have appliances, even if they're not stainless steel, even if they're like black or white, it's still going to make them easier to clean. And then you could do like your shower doors. Geez, I mean, I coat anything I can find that I can coat. So really, yeah, I mean, just, look around your house and think, what would I like to have that would make it easier to clean? I also have a concrete dining room table. So I put not really coating on that, but I've used Defender. But I would start with countertops, appliances, and start with that. See how you feel.
Joey taught me phones and electronics. Like he does his Mac.
Yeah, I would do my Mac. I probably wouldn't do my phone only because I drop my phone all the time.
That's fair.
So that's just that's an operator issue.
I did my wheel stand.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then I've got Jose here saying the 500 mil press hulls are the perfect way to go. Perfect size.
I think that's where I went wrong. Perfect. I think I bought, Carson, on your special discount, get me some 500 mils and I will trade you for the 750s.
Sweet. Ooh. That will be $23.99.
Okay, now we're being... Love these prices. All right. That's the fun part about doing prices on a live stream, because if anything changes years later, people will be like, it's not that. And it's like, I'm sorry, it's 2025 now. It's not 2017 anymore. Okay, Dark Dragon here. We are reaching close to the end of the stream here. Get these last few comments out while we can, though, certainly.
Yeah.
What's he saying?
Can I use Crystal Wash on the undercarriage and lower panels to help remove salt? Absolutely. Love it.
All right.
Easy.
Bam. There we go. And we got Collie Carl. What's up, people? My favorite day of the week. For mobile detailers in hot climates like Phoenix, Arizona, what's the best technique to avoid streaking when using drying aids in direct sunlight? What's your move?
So first of all, I'm going to advise you to find the best product for you and find one that does not streak in sunlight. So I am going to have to suggest Defender, only because we literally have put it to the ultimate test at Monterey. Carson was there. Dane's been there. I mean, we wipe down hundreds of cars a day with Defender in the direct sun and no streaking. So find a product that, first of all, works in sun. And then the other thing would be to work panel by panel, especially if you're using it like a drying aid. You're going to have to figure out how to keep the car wet and then spray the drying aid on one panel, dry it, go to the next panel. The thing you don't want to do is spray it on multiple panels and then wait to get to them to dry them. So I would just do one panel at a time and obviously try to maybe avoid direct sunlight, like if you have a pop-up tent or something like that, but then find a product that you like that works in direct sunlight.
Okay. Well,
not all of them do. Yeah.
All right. And then I've got Jeff C. here. I'm going to make this the last comment of the day since we have 4 o'clock.
That's what I meant to bring today, but I've been gone literally. Like I left right after the last weeks and then I got back at midnight last night, but I wanted to find those little ribbon candies. I'm going to say it's like cinnamon.
Well, first of all, for like people who are listening to this in a podcast, they have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, sorry, gosh. What is the official scent of Christmas ONR? Is it straight cinnamon or is there peppermint mixed in? I'm hoping for twisted peppermint. Ho Ho Hero next year. So yeah, I'm going to say that it's like a mint cinnamon.
I think you're about right.
Yeah.
It can kind of differ depending on what
minty.
you think
I don't know
of
that it's
first.
peppermint, but it's Christmas minty with cinnamon.
Yeah, it's almost like, I don't know about peppermint, maybe like spearmint or wintergreen
spearmint
mint?
probably. Yeah, probably
it's
more
got
like
that kind of mentholy kind of mint to it, mixed with that kind of cinnamon.
Yeah, because it's not really peppermint. Yeah, probably more like
the
spearmint.
Cinnamon makes it smell a little warmer and spicier, but it's definitely a trade-off. So interesting for sure.
Yep, I like Ho Ho Hero. Hopefully, so we should write that down.
Helps you guys figure out what to do. Yeah, Ho Ho Hero. You heard it, ADS. Yep. That's what you got to do. Anyway, Carson, I want to be shouting you out for awesome work over there.
Absolutely.
Doing a great job pulling that transfer off of the bumpers, making it look great. The RAV4 looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks so good.
Carson, if you could just tell people, once again, the products you used today, where can they find those? What's up with it all?
Absolutely. I wanted to show you the final result, but unfortunately the camera overheated, so that's okay. But we finished up everything on the back there, but kind of a quick overview. We used Armor Detail Supply wheel cleaner to clean up the wheels, tire cleaner to clean up the tires, and then beads as our touchless sealant on the wheel faces, just to kind of give them about 3 months of protection, just to kind of clean them up, make them look good. Then we foamed on some brake buster on there, full dilution, no diluting here, straight in the foam cannon, OG spec way. And then we foamed on decon soap, let it sit for a couple minutes, rinsed it off, then contact washed with decon soap again. Didn't use any drying towels or anything like that. We just used our FTW towels and applied ceramic spray sealant. We applied it when the vehicle was wet and just used our FTW and kind of dried it that way, because you can do it that way. Following that, we had a couple of those paint transfer spots. We utilized Ulex, so shout out Sydney. Thank you for helping me with that. While I was struggling a little bit there with some paint transfer, it just came right off. But got that, polished that up with H9O2, which is Koch Chemi's heavy cut compound, and then two-stepped it with their fine cut compound as well. Pads, we used the Buff and Shine Blueberry pad and then the white pad by Buff and Shine as well. Other than that, that was about it. I got to dress these tires off the stream, and then it's ready to go. We also did the engine bay. So I did the engine bay with a little bit of brake buster, scrubbed it, and put some motorplast on it.
Has it been enough time? Can we pop the hood and get a look down under the hood just real quick here at the end? I just want to see how that motorplast is turning out.
Let's see if it is enough time. It looks pretty dang good. There is a little bit of foam, of course, since we foamed it like 3 times, but
little on the edges, but overall a very nice looking engine bay.
Quick little touch up on it. You know, typically if I was just doing the engine bay, I'd probably blow dry it first and then hit it with some motorplast. But yeah, it looks phenomenal. A lot better than before.
Excellent. Oh, happy to hear it. All right. Well, Carson, thank you for all you did today. We really appreciate it. And I know the people who are going to appreciate it even more are Troy's parents. So yeah, they're pretty stoked, I'm sure, to see their clean rig.
I wonder if they were watching.
They might be. We'll see. All right, Sydney, it's been great having you here on the show. I don't think you're joining us next week, right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I could probably pop in, but I would be a little late for sure.
All right. Well, we were thinking maybe we'd make it a little more festive show. We might invite a few friends to hang out.
Nice.
We know each year we kind of do a little different thing of like, oh, who's at the door kind of thing. But maybe this year we do like a chiller version and we talk to a few people for a little longer.
I could show up at the door at 3.
Okay. You know what? If you do that, you show up halfway through the show, fine, cool. We can do that. Yeah, don't be a stranger. So anyway, guys, gals, everybody who watched today, thank you so much. If you're listening sometime in the future, make sure you check out the Rag Company YouTube channel. If you're listening to this as a podcast, you can always make sure to subscribe to the Rag Company on whatever platform you choose. It's based out of Spotify, just so you know. And apart from that, I just hope you guys have a wonderful holiday season, whether it's Christmas, any of that stuff. I hope you guys have a great time, and grab those gifts before that shipping cutoff. That's a big one. So anyway, take care, have fun out there, and stay safe. We'll see ya.
See ya.